So I woke up this morning and I got a wild hair in my hindquarters, and now I'm under my BMW and I've been stripping stuff apart. Got the exhaust out, cross member, that piece that goes in the back, the front drive shaft, and I take the sheet metal heat stuff off, then get ready to drop the transmission. So I decided to go ahead and tackle the BMW 335xi. So pretty much all I've done is take the covers off, take this cross member piece off. There's 4 bolts in each side of the drive shaft, the front drive shaft, it just pops off. There's like on the exhaust, even though there's bushings there, everything's still in bolts. All that still in bolts. And then unbolt it from there. And you can see from the very, very back, there's the piece that unbolts back here. So that's where I'm at with it. Like I say, I gotta take some heat shield off. And when I get that off, we'll start on the drive shaft. But this is what I've been worried about doing. I just decided this morning I'm gonna do it. So, all right, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do a recap of exactly what I've done. I'm gonna slow it down just a little bit. Okay, so first thing I did is I got under here, and this drive shaft, there's 4 bolts here. They're the, I think like a, I don't know my numbers on my bits or whatever with the, let me find it. Well, all right, so it's an E bit. So there's an E10 and an E12. So the E10 was this bracket here under the bottom of the transmission. I took it off at some point, but there's 4 E12s right there. There's 4 right here. And I pecked on the drive shaft with a hammer. This side was a little harder, so I had to kind of peck on it. Even I think I stuck a pry bar and kind of rocked it back and forth, make it come off. So the drive shaft come out. I unbolted these 4 bolts. There was 13 millimeter. Then there's a plate, a big plate that sits right here. So there's a total of 8, and I think they're this style, but I don't remember 100% what the size was. But they're this right here. Let's see. These jobs. So that's too big. Might be a little bigger than that, but it's a, I don't even know what this one is. I don't even know. T40 or 45, something like that. Anyway, so I took these 8 bolts out, and then they had a bar, and the bar runs back to this on both sides. There's one on both sides, and that was like a 5/8 bolt. And so I unbolted those, and that took that whole plate off or whatever. Then I took my exhaust. Let me think. So I unbolted it up there. I come back here, and on either side of the diff, there was a nut, and I took those off and stepped back a little further, and there was a nut right here and a nut right here. And then you back up even a little further, and there was this thing that had a nut on it on both sides, and I took those off. And let me tell you, you better have 2 people, because that exhaust is crazy, crazy heavy. So kind of keep that in mind. If you're taking this dude off, you better let it drop to the ground. You better have some help, or you better have a buddy standing by, because it was pretty rough. So keep that in mind. That thing is heavy. And that's pretty much where I'm at so far. Like I said, I'm going to take, this was tore, so I didn't have all of the plastic in here. Most of it's gone. So this is all I have left of that little piece, or that piece that goes in here. And so I'll take these off, which you can see it's got like an 8mm, a couple of them around it. So you take those 8mm off and this should come off. That's the next thing. So, all right, here we go. All right, so there was 6 or 8, well, there wasn't that many, probably 4 or 5 8mm that go around that piece of sheet metal. And there was like 1 or 2 10mm that you take off to take that off. And this one, I ain't took it off. I may not have to. These are 16s. Took a pair of pliers, held the nut on the back, and spun it out with my impact. I'm gonna take these 3 off. There's this one, and the one I already have off. And I think I'm gonna unbolt this and just let it hang. I think that's where I'm at with it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take that off. All right, here we go. All right, so we're inside the BMW 335. I hadn't pulled the shifter out yet, but I was gonna show you. So here's the shifter. It's kind of pulled down from where I've let the transmission down a little bit. But these, you just, hold on. You take 2 hands, kind of pull it, ow. And that's what happens if you do it one hand. But that thing just kind of latches down in the top of that. As far as the boot, you just grab a hold of like the side, pinch it, well, and it just pulls out. And then you just pull that thing. And this one's a little more involved. I'll have to turn the camera off, but I gotta pull this thing out from around the shifter. All right, so this shifter here, that thing there, you take your pair of needle nose pliers and you just stick it on either side of that. There's a little spot there, you can tell where it's supposed to something spring load. You give her a big twist and, well, it should push them little, there's you'll see them, these little deals that push out a little bit, and you just turn and that thing should come out. There it is. So that's pretty much, it's a little harder than it looks. It took me a minute to figure it out, but yeah, I broke that one earlier trying to figure this thing out. But there's the little things, you push them away and then you spin that thing, and as you spin it, not just a little bit, quite a bit, and then pull as you're pulling and twisting, and it comes out. So there's your, how you get your shifter out. And that's what you got. Well, all right, that's about all I'm gonna do for today. We gotta go put some tar on the roof over here, that 2-story. There's a bad spot on the other side from what we were last time, so I got a couple of cans of tar earlier before I came in, and I have to, I got this transmission sitting on this transmission stand, and so I'll have to have some help setting it down. I actually set the transmission out of that car onto that so I can continue on. So yeah, I'm gonna go pick up Worm, and we're gonna run over to the duplex again, and we gotta stop by Mesker's and get the key to the duplex to get the ladder out, because that's where I keep some of the storage stuff. So we gotta knock that out. It's supposed to rain tonight again. Had real bad storms, all kinds of trees down all over the place, and shingles tore up everywhere. So we got to get it. It's supposed to start raining tonight. I don't know if it's going to be as bad, but it's still supposed to be a lot of rain. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow too, so we're going to knock that out. It's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the afternoon here, so we'll try to do it before it gets dark, get everything over there and get it put on. So I'm gonna go ahead and quit for the day. But yeah, this job, I don't know just yet. I ain't made up my mind if it's as bad as I was thinking. I did see something, I did watch a video about because I had some questions about the throw up bang, because there's like, you can put it 2 different ways. That's a gamble. From everything I'm seeing, like 90% of the cars are like low side or high side or whichever way, but not all of them. So knowing my luck, if let's whatever side the 90% is, mine's going to be that 10%. So whatever that is, I might as well just put it on the opposite of the 90%. And that way I don't have to deal with it. But I guess when you put the throw up bang in, I guess the arm movement or something on the clutch, it affects whether it'll take gear or not and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm not really sure. So I'm kind of a little leery of that stuff. So I'd hate to have to take it back out and put it back in, but yeah, it's not horrible. The pain is, all the exhaust and all the sheet of coverings and stuff and all that, and it being all-wheel drive, it's going to be heavy. So I may have to have somebody here with me to help set it down on the stand here, make sure I got it strapped in good before I let it down. I didn't get a new clutch arm, I don't think, and most people are saying to get a new clutch arm. I didn't do that. Everything else is new, so I may check into that. But either way, yeah, that's what we're doing for today. So, all right, here we go. We're back at the duplex and Worm's up on the roof putting some tar on it, and it's raining. That guy, he should have had it done. I don't know, he's still up there putting it to it. It's letting off a little bit though. But yeah, this is the roof the one that we did the last time. Well, one of the last ones. I've done another one since then, but this one's got a few rough spots. And again, I still owe on it, so it don't make sense to put a new roof on it and still owe what I owe, which isn't a ton, but it's enough. I had some other spots we didn't go across the top of the roof, so he actually went across the top of the roof to fix some stuff. So, but that's what we're doing. Back at it in the rain. Well, Worm is. I'm not. All right, here we go.
I'm feeling high. I'm feeling high.